This is a scrapbook page for all you scrapbookers out there. National Scrapbooking Day this year is on May 3rd, so I did a scrapbook page, and this is using some Color Me papers. For the other elements, it's pretty simple layout. I just wanted to keep it simple, but I did use some nice shapes using a design toolkit. I used some gelatos for the lovely Color Me background. And if you want to learn how I made this page, please stay tuned. Today I'm using the Mother's Day Dazzles. Got some really pretty images of flowers, butterflies, hearts, etc. on there. The design toolkit number 5, and let me just scoot this on over. So this comes with 6 different pieces, but each piece has one or more shapes that you can trace. For example, this one has the outer scallop, the inner circle, and then the inner heart. This one has multiple shapes as well. So that's what's really cool about the design toolkits. There's tons and tons of possibilities. So we've got the design toolkit number 5, and then of course the Color Me Susan's Flowers paper pack. And here is the project idea on the front, the beautiful page on the back, giving you instructions as well as project ideas and all the different mediums or media you can use on your pages to color them. Alright, so we have the Color Me, the Dazzles, and the toolkit. Let's get started. I'm going to use the striped paper as my background. So for my coloring, what I'm going to use is this blue Gelatos set. And I really love this product because it really is unlike any other in that it comes in this cute little chapstick-like container. It's got a really smooth, buttery texture to it. It's really easy to color on, just like oil pastels, except it's water soluble, so you can actually use it as a watercolor type medium as well. So to color in my stripes, I'm gonna go in with my Gelatos just dry first, and I'm just gonna color kind of in a general area over these flowers. And it doesn't really look nice right now, but I'm gonna go over it again with a damp paper towel, and you'll see a huge difference. So I'm doing this pretty fast, and that's another great thing about Gelatos, is that you can work with them very quickly, or you can do more time-intensive techniques like painting in. But for now, I'm just going to use a damp paper towel. I actually have my mini spray bottle here, which I'm spraying onto the paper towel, so now it's nice and damp. Not too wet, you don't want to soak your paper. So here we go. It's kind of like magic. And you can spread the color as much as you want, or you can kind of stay more in a tighter area. I kind of like how it's spreading onto the larger stripe there. And if your paper towel is a little too dry, just dampen it a little more and keep on rubbing. Now you don't want to rub so much that your paper starts to get damaged, but you'll be able to tell. Alright, so I've got the top stripe of my paper nice and purple, and of course I'm doing this on top of a scrap paper so that the color doesn't get everywhere. So I've got my purple looking lovely, and it took me literally like 30 seconds or less. So now I'm going to go ahead and color the rest of my page. I'll come back when I'm finished. Alright, so that took me a grand total of about 5 minutes. That's why one of my favorite items to use on Color Me papers is the Gelatos. The blue set includes grape, blueberry, cotton candy, and boysenberry. Love all the delicious color names. They named all of their colors from gelato flavors. So anyway, so my page is, as you can see, the grape along the top is all the purple areas is a grape. But for the blues, I did boysenberry just for the scalloped edge, cotton candy for these other large flowers, and blueberry for this kind of flower in an oval stripe. And I just repeated that all the way down my page. So now my background is finished. I'm going to start on my photos now. I have a 4x6 photo I'm going to use, and I'm going to use the design toolkit number 5 to create a nice shaped mat for this photo. I'm using a paper or a cardstock pack called pearlescent cardstock from Wausau Paper. This comes with 65-pound cover stock, and it is in 7 colors, and you get 35 sheets. So those colors work well with my background here, so I'm using the kind of the light teal and the lilac colors. So for the photo mat, what I'm going to do is create a scalloped mat for my photo, kind of like this. So what I want to do first is trace my shape here onto the back of my cardstock, and before I cut it out, I'm going to just extend these lines to the edge of the cardstock so that it will have enough room for my photo. So there's my scalloped photo mat. Before I glue this on, I'm going to do a little more matting. I'm going to mat this whole piece on white, and in the photo I'm going to mat on this purple pearlescent, just a thin mat, before I glue it on. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's my page so far. I've got my scalloped mat, and I decided to kind of shift my photo up going off the mat, just, you know, for a different look. So I have it kind of on the lower left corner of the page. And now that I got my photo in place, I'm going to go ahead and prepare some of my embellishments, my journaling. So I'm going to go ahead and use some more of these shapes. I'm going to use this heart shape to cut out first the inner heart in this pearlescent purple cardstock, and then the outer scalloped heart I'm going to do in white cardstock, and that way it'll pop out nicely from my page. Now that this is done, I'm actually going to set this aside for a second. I have a second photo for my page, and I'm going to use the scalloped large oval to cut out an oval around my photo. Now as you can see, the oval would just barely fit on the photo, but that doesn't matter because I'm actually going to have the right edge going off the page. So I'm going to scoot the oval over to center my image, and then I'm going to take a permanent marker and just trace around here. The marker is permanent because it's a glossy photo, so I wanted something to that I could see to cut out, and I'll just cut inside the marker line. So I'll go ahead and cut out my oval. Then I'm going to cut out the scalloped oval out of the purple pearlescent cardstock, and finally mat the whole thing on white cardstock. So after I do those 3 steps, I will be back. Alright, so here's my second photo down in the bottom right corner of my page. I have that thin white mat around the scallops to kind of match the other photo mat. Here's my heart at the top. Now with the dazzles, what I'm going to do is put some in the heart, and then I want to, I've cut this label or tag also using the design toolkit. I'm going to probably put it down here, and I want to put mother on it, and this is going to go on the tag, but this says mother's and it's all attached, so I'm simply going to trim off the S with scissors or my craft knife, either one, and stick it on here. And okay, so I'm going to apply some of these dazzles and I will be right back. So for this tag, I've just added these dazzles on here. Like I said, I've trimmed off the S off of the mothers, and I want to add a little bit of color to this. So I'm going to go back to my gelatos. This is the grape, and I'm just going to kind of color over the dazzle. Now most of the color is actually on the sticker, so I'm going to have to use my damp paper towel to actually get it on the paper. There we go. So I've got the nice pretty flower there. And I'm going to add a little bit more color with, I think, the lightest blue, cotton candy, to the rest of the tag, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just added a touch of the light blue and then the purple on the flowers. And what's neat also about the gelatos is that you can spread them a little bit dry. You don't need to add water to them. Just kind of rub it with your fingertip or paper towel. Just make sure not to rub so hard that you take up the paper. So that's what I did a little bit with the dry method. So now I have foam taped this tag to the bottom of my page, and I'm going to show you the finished page. So this page has not too many frills on it, but I just like the simplicity of it. Here's my journaling just in these two places, my two photos opposing each other, and then I've added this dark purple crepe ribbon here, and this is just slotted on. Oh, and also the heart is foam taped on, so you can see there's a little bit of dimension there. But I really love the background, and I especially love how easy it was to do with the gelatos technique. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's project. Stay tuned for the bundle, and I'll see you again next week. First in today's bundle, we have the Color Me paper pack. This is called Susan's Flowers. So there's 6 sheets in here, just showing you a nice project idea on the front, as well as several on the back, and a few ideas of how you can use these Color Me papers, and then an image of each of the sheets you're getting. Let's take a closer look at each of the sheets. Some really pretty kind of doodly flowers in this pack. It's got a kind of whimsical feel, which I like. We have a really pretty variety stripe, multi-stripe. And of course, all of the black areas you see here are raised and embossed, so they will resist the coloring that you do on here. Here's page number 4. This one's nice because it's got a lot of black area. A little bit different and unique. This one's beautiful. The frame with the flourish and floral corner treatments. And finally, a sheet of tags, labels, and borders. So these go perfectly with all of the sheets in the pack, of course. And they're all different sizes and shapes for you to use. That's the Color Me Susan's Flowers 6-pack. We also have the Mother's Day dazzles here. You can see those. It says here, "Love you, Mom, and Happy Mother's Day," as well as some really beautiful floral arrangements here and a nice long border. Finally, the Design Toolkit number 5, which comes on a keychain like this, and you can just unhook this and you'll get 6 separate pieces. So let's see here, we have the scalloped large oval, and you can see the shapes you're getting on here, the heart, the flourish, the oval, and the scallop. So each piece has multiple shapes on it, which is really cool. Here's another one. This is really good for card making if you want a shaped flap. We also have a circle scallop with another heart, a scallop heart, a key tag, a this is a small circle tag, and lastly we have a scallop tag, which has a cute scalloped end and a cute little arrow here, which would be cute on this heart. And each of these pieces, or not all of them, but most of them have little images on them that actually give you an idea of how you can put together your layered shapes. So those are the 3 items in today's bundle. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week.